We can define names to be things other than numbers. For example, we can define groceries to be the list apple, banana, coconut. And then I can use groceries down here. Or I can ask whether the list of groceries is empty. It's not, so I need to go to the grocery store. When I'm at the grocery store, I want to maybe ask, is milk on my list of groceries? So here I'm going to define a function got milk that takes a list. That list might be empty, and if it is, then clearly I don't have milk on the list. Otherwise, it must be a cons. In that case, well, the first of the list, that might be milk. Or maybe somewhere in the rest of the list we have milk. So there's a function got milk that we can apply to our grocery lists. And milk is not in that list of groceries, but of course I could cons milk onto that list and it would be there, or I could put milk on the end by using append, and it's in the list. Right? I could also write this up here, and when I run it, we see that there is milk in that list. If we look at the type of got milk, what's its type? It takes a list and it returns true or false, right? So in particular, it takes a list of string and it returns a Boolean. If I wanted to write that type explicitly, I would write it just like that. List of, and that's a capital L list of, because all of our types and type constructors start with capital letters. And then it's a list of strings, and it returns a Boolean. Right, so that's the same as before. You could try something like this, and that's not going to work. There is no list type. It always has to be a list of something, like a list of string. Okay, we could generalize our got milk. Maybe we're interested in checking whether we have milk or butter in the list. So milk is not there, but let's change this to got dairy, and make it got dairy. Got dairy, and the idea now is we want to check for milk or butter. So this will work, but notice how we had to take first of list 2 times, which is not really a big deal, but maybe we want to give this a name instead. So to do that, you want a local binding, and we have to use the local form for that. The syntax is local, and then we have some square brackets after local, which is where we're going to add definitions, and then we have the body of the local that can see those definitions. So here I want to call first of list item, and so I'm going to define item to be first of list like that. Okay, so these are inside of local, the same kind of definitions that we can write at the top. It's just that this definition is locally available. And if I wanted more definitions, I could put them here, which is why we have the square brackets. But in this case, I just wanted one of them. So we have define item there. And you can write local functions this way if you want to. But outside, of course, I can't refer to item because this is a local variable binding.